Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Cozy Chat, a slow English podcast which helps you to learn English in a fun and natural way. I am Maria, and today we are going to be talking about spring. Spring is one of my favorite seasons. The first day of spring was just the other day, and I feel really happy about it. Every year at the beginning of spring, I love to buy fresh flowers. So the other day, I bought purple and white tulips. I put them on my dining table and they really look so beautiful. Having fresh flowers in the house, especially after winter, really makes me realize that spring is here. Flowers make my home feel fresh and bright. Spring is a season of change. It comes after winter, which is usually cold and dark. Spring slowly prepares us for the summer, which is warm and bright. One of the first things that I notice about spring is the light. The days start to become longer, and the mornings are much brighter. In the winter, when I wake up, it's still dark outside. But when spring comes, the sun is out, and it makes it easier for me to wake up. When I see the sun out of the window in the morning, it just lets my body know that it is time to start the day. Another sign of spring is the birds. In the winter, I don't usually hear many birds, but in the spring, I start to hear them chirping again. A few weeks ago, I started to hear the birds for the first time chirping outside my window. This sound of the birds really made me happy. I thought, wow, I haven't heard the birds in a long time. I feel like the birds are like friends that leave during the winter because they don't like the cold and come back when it's nice outside. In spring, everything starts to look greener. Flowers begin to bloom, trees grow new leaves, and the air feels fresh and clean. When I go for a walk, I love smelling the fresh flowers and also the fresh spring air. I also enjoy listening to the sound of the bees when I go on a walk. They are always buzzing around all of the flowers, and it always just feels so fresh whenever I see them. In the spring, the evenings also become lighter. Where I live, I see a lot more people on the streets in the evenings. People are going on walks, going to parks, and eating at restaurants outside. It just seems like there is so much more life outside in the spring, especially in the evenings. During the winter, people usually stay inside more. It's more cozy to be in your warm house, reading a book, cooking, or spending time with family and friends. Spring is more of a time to be spent outside when the weather is nice. Clothing also changes during the spring. People usually stop wearing those heavy coats and sweaters. Instead, they wear lighter clothes, like lighter long-sleeved shirts, jackets, and even t-shirts on warmer days. Sometimes in the spring, the weather can be unpredictable. Some days can be very hot, and other days can be pretty cold. And some days are a mix of the two. That is why many times in the spring, it's good to wear layers. For example, maybe you wear a t-shirt with a jacket, so then if it's cold, you wear your jacket, and if it gets hot, you take it off and simply wear your t-shirt. That way, you are always prepared. Where I live in Spain, some days in spring can be very warm and sunny, and other days are a bit cooler and rainy. There is an expression in Spanish which is en abril aguas mil, which means in April there is 1,000 waters, which basically means it rains a lot in April. Food habits can also change in the spring. In the winter, people eat heavier meals like soups and stews and warm, more filling meals. And in the spring, people start eating lighter. They start eating more salads, fresh vegetables, and fresh fruit. When I think of food in the spring, I always think of berries. I personally love to eat lots of berries in the spring, especially strawberries. Just the other week, I made a strawberry cake and it was delicious. Another special thing about spring is the feeling of a new beginning. Nature is starting again. Flowers are blooming, trees are getting greener, and this motivates some people to start new things. Some people make new plans, set new goals, and put a bigger focus on their health. There is also the idea of spring cleaning. That means cleaning and organizing your home. Many people take this time to throw away old things and create a new, fresh living space. Of course, not everyone loves the spring. One part about the spring that can be quite complicated are allergies. Many people have lots of allergies in the spring when everything is blooming outside. I used to have terrible allergies in the spring. My eyes would get red, I would sneeze a lot, and I was always very uncomfortable. For some reason, I don't have allergies anymore in the spring, and I feel much better. I'm very glad that I don't have them anymore because it was always very uncomfortable. So, how do you feel about spring? Do you like it? Is it one of your favorite seasons? Or is it not? Do you have more energy when spring starts? Do you like to change your food habits? Or do you like to do spring cleaning? Let me know how you feel in the spring. If you would like more out of these episodes, check out my Cozy Study Club, where you will receive a very helpful study sheet that is related to every one of my episodes. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Bye!